Okay, so for review, you don't listen to me any other time I talk, but the one time I tell you to go die, you're off to war.
Zach, I am not going to war. I'm going to Texas to take pictures of people who are deploying.
All I'm hearing is you're deploying.
I'm not deploying. I am documenting others who are.
Just let someone else documentate it. Why involve an innocent man?
Zach, I'm not innocent. Look, I love our country, buddy. That's why I wear the uniform, and that's why I have to go. I volunteered to protect our country, our rights, just like other soldiers, service members. And we all do it in different ways. I document, I tell the tales of soldiers so that you understand why it is we gear up every single day. I use photos and words so that soldiers and their family members understand that there are those of us who appreciate the sacrifice they make to protect our rights, our freedoms. I'm not a gun-toting badass. I left that life long ago. But I am the bridge between soldier and civilian.
I'm sorry, I stopped listening. What?
I'm just taking pictures, dude.
So you're not in mortal danger?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Have fun then.
Everything okay?
Yep. See you later. Just abandon us and leave us all to fend for ourselves.
Zach, I'm not abandoning you. I'll be back.
Please, by all means, go play soldier and never come back.
I will be back.
I've heard that before.
I will. I'm only going to be gone for 10 days.
10 days? We do a RAM every week. What's going to happen?
Well, I guess we just won't film one. Zach? Zach? You have to come back. We still have one this week. You have to film your segment. He'll be back. I hope. Just as Destiny is gearing up for their last release, we get a leak on Destiny 2. I know what you're thinking. Why are we talking about this? Destiny was such a wash. Well, here's your answer. Because some reason people are still playing that hogwash, but possibly not for much longer. On Italian website Laga Network, a poster of Destiny 2 has surfaced with the release date of September 8th. On Imager, another poster was found with the word beta visible, referencing a beta becoming available for the PS4 first. Suck it, Microsoft. Bungie came out with a shitty game, not once, but twice in a row. We on PlayStation get to be the first to be disappointed. Oh. Anyways, both Eurogamer and Kotaku have confirmed that the posters are real with their sources. We, of course, did a story on Destiny 2 as a Tiny Ram not too long ago about the character and item transfers, or lack thereof. So for a little more in-depth on it, check out that Tiny Ram. And let us know, what do you hope for from Destiny 2? Are you even going to play it? Let us know in the comments below. Otherwise, in other disappointed fan news, Ubisoft's For Honor has dealt a serious blow to our wallets. Reddit user Bystander007 discovered in order to unlock all the character skins and emotes, it will cost you around $732. Say what? Two things. One, dude, did you spend all that money, then look at your wallet and figure out how much it cost? Or did you sit back and do the math? Oh, and one follow-up question for both of those. Why? Regardless, you can imagine this has pissed off a lot of For Honor players. The company's response? Oh, glad you asked. They say they didn't have an intention for us to buy all the weapon skins or character skins or emotes. Yeah, because gamers, we don't have a completionist personality type. They said they figured we'd play 1, maybe up to 3 characters total. Does this mean I shouldn't expect any character DLC and that I should just be happy with the 1 character I've been playing? Well, needless to say, a lot of people are not happy about this. So let us know what you think about microtransactions and this whole BS with For Honor. While you're typing away at your comments, let's give Ray a call and see what's going on in the tech world.
Hi, my name is Ray and let's just get into it. What we're going to talk about is restricted mode on YouTube. Now, restricted mode is not a new feature. It has been around forever, and it basically filters out content that is a little more extreme, a little bit more offensive, and it seems like restricted mode is targeting LGBTQ plus content, while other content of that similar type, like about boyfriends and girlfriends, but for straight couples, aren't really affected. And that has a lot of people talking, and a lot of YouTubers who are not LGBT, their content is being flagged too, because they don't know if their news channel or if a video about them and a story that they are telling is restricted or offensive, because apparently there's a rating system over at YouTube about what's teen friendly, what's mature. Of course, this is all speculation. This is not confirmed, but it goes to show like what is offensive, what will be marked as offensive. So maybe they could try to avoid it, because a lot of people who depend on YouTube for their livelihood need to know this kind of information, and YouTube has historically been very bad at communication. Casey Neistat actually released a video, and he said, I've met with top executives at YouTube, and if you don't know who Casey Neistat is, he is a brilliant vlogger, filmmaker on YouTube. He is one of the most respected YouTubers, really, because of how well his videos are. But I digress. He said in his most recent video, like, I like the executives and they're trying to good things, but they are messing up with communication, and they know that a lot of people use YouTube as their way of paying the bills. So if you just had communication with the community, we wouldn't be at this point where there's a bunch of articles and videos pissing about people being pissed off that YouTube does this, and without telling anybody about what is and is not restricted, or not being able to show on unrestricted mode. Of course, there was a video about restricted mode years ago, but it was years ago. Things changed. They should update, or had put that content into the creator's face, like, this is what we're doing. But it seems like they have taken responsibility and they're trying to fix it. But that is my tech story for today, because we're on YouTube and this affects us, even though we're not PewDiePie, we're not Justine, but we're trying to make this channel grow bigger for you all and for our fans, and we need to know how we could do that and how we can reach more of you. But yes, my name is Ray Bolanos, and I'll talk to you all next week.
So the new Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie launched on March 24th. Or frankly, as I call it, the kids' movie more 30-year-olds are excited for than 10-year-olds. Many of us have already sworn undying love to it ahead of time, but the reviews are coming in, and while nothing compares to what you yourself feel, it may be a bit wiser to go into this one without impossible expectations. Currently, pre-release reviews on Rotten Tomatoes show the average score from high-rated critics is sitting at 40%. And while that only accounts for about 5 reviewers, that still means there's more bad than good. Now, if you think only including top reviewers is unfair, well, here. It really doesn't look much better if you're counting everyone. Basically, there's a lot of complaints that, despite knowing it's an origin story leading up to the Rangers becoming a team, it still takes a really long time to get to the action, and like it or not, for better or worse, Power Rangers is literally built on action. There's also apparently a disturbing amount of product placement, which I suppose is to be expected to some degree in this day and age, but that doesn't make it any less lame. Still, other reviewers remarked that there is a lot of charm, and that the actors are bringing each character to life in a unique, but still relatable manner. Truthfully, I don't think any one of us expected this to become some sort of Academy Award-winning movie, but 47% it's a little lower than I'd like to see. Still, that's not going to stop me from going out to see it, and I really hope it doesn't stop you either. Go see it, let us know what you think. For those of you who are Magic the Gathering fans, Magic Duel decks are pretty great for players of any skill level, as far as I'm concerned. They make pretty solid beginner decks for people who are new to the game. They offer good customization options for people who are kinda got their feet wet. And for veterans who probably already own most of these cards anyway, they usually offer at least some pretty sweet artwork. Whatever your pleasure is, they're generally a hit. And March 31st will be the launch of the newest duel deck, Mind vs. Might, putting Joyra of the Gitu against Lovisa Cold Eyes. Joyra is the deck for those of you who absolutely love flinging obnoxious spells at your opponent. As you can see, for 2 colorless mana, Joyra exiles a spell in your hand and plays it for free after 4 turns. Obviously, for some spells, this is going to be pretty bad, but it also gives some fun options to otherwise horrendously expensive spells. The deck is also supported by things like Goblin Electromancer bringing your spells in for cheaper, Mind's Desire allowing you to cheat more spells in for free, and the Unspeakable who, just look at him. I don't know if he's ever really going to hit, but if he does, your opponent's pretty much going to hate his life. Now Lovisa brings in the Aggro Pain, coming equipped with a much simpler bonus effect, but one that's no less potent. Warriors, Berserkers, and Barbarians get +2/+2, and all have haste. The effect is cool enough on its own, but you really start to get some cool interactions with Radha, heir to the Keld, who immediately pumps your mana to bring in more threats. Gorehorn Minotaurs, who can immediately beef up from a hasted creature smacking your opponent, then charging themselves. And one of my all-time favorite cards, Boldweir Intimidator, who, simply put, turns all of your opponent's creatures into cowards. Where do you stand? Are you a mind or a might kind of person? Go ahead and pick a side on March 31st.
Thanks, Zach. I hope you like what you saw. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Let us know what you want to hear about, and please, please, please let your friends and family know all about us. We greatly appreciate all the support we've gotten. Don't forget, we have a GoFundMe page, but now we're also pushing our new Patreon page, where you can sign up for different levels of rewards, including at the top of the game for $15 each RAMtv episode. You can actually play a RAM play with us, as well as be a part of the voting on what game we play for those RAM plays. So, if you can do it, we appreciate any sort of financial support you can give us. Again, it helps us buy new things, including a teleprompter, which I greatly, greatly need. So, as I mentioned with Zach earlier, there will not be a RAMtv episode next week. Unfortunately, I am playing Army in Texas for the next 10 days, so I will be unavailable to do any form of filming outside of what I do with my phone. So we will have a Tiny Ram instead. David On Point Huffman, you're up on next Saturday for your Tiny Ram, where normally there will be a RAMtv. We appreciate all your support. We look forward to everything that we can do with you in the future. And again, we ask that you support us in any way you can, and if you can't do it financially, if you could just share us with all of your friends and family, help bring those viewers into our YouTube channel, we would greatly appreciate it. So, join us not next week, but in 2 weeks to be brought up to date with your video game tech, nerd culture news, and of course, I guess every day of the week with a Tiny Ram will get you a little bit of info within that realm. Do you, Ram?